Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Peace and blessings to the elect out there that's pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. Alright, I came across this article that says Twitter explodes after Saki, I think how you say his name, or her, I don't even know. But after Saki urges big tech to unite on bans for misinformation spreaders. Um, so there you have it. It says the White House is courting intense criticism again Friday after Press Secretary Jen Psaki, so it is a her, Jen Psaki said that once users are banned from one social media platform for spreading coronavirus misinformation, they should be expelled from all others as well. I mean, it's pretty obvious, that they're just trying to control a narrative. Well, really, they're trying to control two narratives. Trying to put mistrust in the government, and then they're also trying to get another group of people to trust wholeheartedly in the government, and then they can neutralize all potential troublemakers. Controlled opposition, if you will. But yeah, this goes into famine of the word, which is Amos 8 and 11. Because if they can ban users that are putting out whatever they deem as disinformation, then they can just control the narrative, very, very easily. This is Amos 8 and 11. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord." All right. So this is prophesied in the scriptures because we know that, these different social media companies or, governments are going to put a ban on, prophesying the downfall of their government structures. All right. Because that's what they're trying to keep hidden, is keep the Israelites from waking up to who they are, because that's a big part of prophecy too, is Israelites, coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father, and calling themselves Israelites and calling on the true names of the Lord and His Son, which is Yahweh, the Heavenly Father's name, and Yahushai, His Son. So that's the main narrative, that their information that they're trying to keep hidden, but also with them wanting complete control. All right, they want to be able to just go door to door and vaccinate and let the government jab you in the name of peace and safety, because the scriptures also talk about when they shall say peace and safety. Yeah, this is First Thessalonians chapter 5. And I'll start at 1. It says, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you." And why is Paul saying this to the Thessalonians? Because the scriptures always talk about being set on the watchtower and watch as well as pray, for the Lord's return, because the Lord left prophecies, He left signs to let us know when the Lord's returning. So Paul was saying that he has like the times and the seasons, like he doesn't have any need of writing to him. Why? Because verse 2, "For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night." Because that's written throughout the scriptures. No man knows the day nor hour of Yahushua's return. All right. And it goes on to say, verse 3, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." So that's the devil's tactics, is create comfort, just like what is that, a anaconda? They wrap themselves around them and make them, they get slowly tighter each time they get comfortable around you. So once you feel like you're all buddies with them, that's when they they get you so tight where you know you're not gonna escape from them. They just squeeze you until you quit breathing. Um, it says, "But ye brethren are in darkness, that the day should overtake you as a thief." You know, because the people that are in darkness, they don't know the signs. You know, they're darkened to the information of the Most High's prophecies and the signs that He shows to let us know that Yahushua is coming, soon. Verse 5, "You are all the children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness." So it kind of, keeps on going on. I'll jump to verse 8. It says, "But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet the hope of salvation." So that goes into being sober and just watching, keeping in the prophecies, keep reading, and praying and watching in the daily news of what's going on. And this is 2 Ezra 9:1. It says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the Highest will begin to visit the world which He made." All right, so the Lord again let he's written prophecies, all right, and He shows the signs, and whenever they start coming to pass, i.e., for example, famine of the word. All right, they're trying to control narratives, trying to control what information is allowed to be published on social media and what's not. All right, they create. This article talks about certain algorithms, if I'm not mistaken. Um, um, but yeah, they talk about how social media platforms create certain algorithms to flag certain words and whatever. And of course, brothers have have experienced that firsthand. It's like if you have a title with coronavirus or jab or vaccine in it, you're getting a strike, and you can even get your whole channel banned. Right, and they're cracking down on even other platforms, So, hey, but it's also a good thing. I'm gonna end it with this. This is Luke 21. I'll start at 25. It says, "And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring." And, when you go into that word perplexity, it means inability to deal with or understand something complicated or unaccountable. All right. So that's what is distressing the nations. All right. They're being plagued with information and disinformation, and they're all confused. They don't know what to fucking believe. They see people bugging out on social media. Should I wear a mask? Should I wear 2 masks? Should I get the vaccine? Should I not get the vaccine? And they're all distrusting. They're calling everybody a racist and a bigot, and people are just heavily divided, man. And then verse 26, it says, "Men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken." All right, and the powers of heaven, when you break down that word heaven, there's 3 types of heaven. There's a spiritual world heaven. There's the skies, the heavens that refer to as the skies, and then there's also heaven on earth. All right, which is a condition. All right, a state of being. All right, it's like whenever you eat a good piece of cake, you say you're in heaven, and the powers that be, the ones that are high up on the social status, this is their heaven. So the powers of heaven are being shaken right now. All right, people are not trusting in their government, and shit. Right now, Cuba and South Africa are prime examples. But there's other places too. I mean, just last year during the lockdown, you had protests and riots all over the place. What was that place in Seattle? Chaz, Capitol Hill, autonomous zone, I think is what it stands for. But yeah, point being is the heavens are being shaken right now. All right. And then verse 27, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And that cloud is talking about the so-called UFOs. All right. Those are the vehicles of the Most High and His angels. So they're visiting. They're playing with the governments. Different governments, not just America's, but Russia. Middle Eastern governments, military. They're playing with them. Just showing off. To let the servants of Yahweh Shema Shai know that Yahweh Shai is coming soon. All right. So verse 28 it says, "And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh." So whenever we see these prophecies come to pass, we get excited. All right, because whenever you go into the Greek and look into these words, look up and lift up your head, it means figuratively to be elated. All right, to lift up. Well, I'll read all the biblical usage. It says to raise or lift oneself up, one's body, one's soul, to be elated or exalted. This word elated means make someone ecstatically happy. And yeah, man, whenever we see those, chariots or clouds that's how the Bible identifies, so-called UFOs. Whenever we see them, we get we get ecstatic, man. Because we know that those are the vehicles that are going to deliver the righteous and to destroy the wicked, So whenever we see stuff like this, brothers, social media being flagged and banned, good, man. That's what gets us excited. That's what, confirms our belief. Whenever we see prophecies happen, whenever we hear about nuclear tension rising, because nuclear missiles are talked about in the scriptures. Second Ezra, the 16th chapter, comes to mind. Just a quick, verse, chapter to throw out there for anyone that's, skeptical and wants to read it for themselves. But there's plenty of videos on it, that not only myself have done on it, but other brothers as well in Great Millstone. We constantly have videos of putting up prophecy, man. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shai. The spirit that is on, our apostles and elders that tell us, hey, be consumed in prophecy, watch. Because that's what the scriptures say. But yeah, I just wanted to bring out this article. I mean, it's not anything new, really. But just know that those tensions are rising, how they're demanding for more of a control on information. So it's something to keep an eye on as we move closer to tensions rising and the mark of the beast, Because there's talks of door-to-door vaccinations. I mean, it's, there's articles on that. There's information and misinformation on that too. So, it's just something that you got to filter through the scriptures and know that, yeah, this devil is going to come down having great wrath because he knows that he has a short time. So, just align yourself with the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the scriptures, and whatever this devil does, can't take that faith away from you. So, once again, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Akakwadash. Shalom.